Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski. It is a Monday morning, the final Monday of February. As we look at the forecast for today, we've got an extremely warm day on the way where record highs will be possible with the very warm, dry conditions, low relative humidity, strong winds expected later on. Another day where there is going to be a high fire threat out there, wildfire threat. So a red flag warning, also known as a fire weather warning, will be in place. It starts at 10 a.m. across the area and continues until 6 o'clock this evening when those winds start to die down. So Futurecast showing a warm front lifting to our northeast today. It's going to be a very warm day across the area. There's those strengthening west winds, which will only help to bring in those warm temperatures. Usually what happens is you get a west wind and we underestimate forecast highs. So I would not be surprised if it's another day where we're warmer than expected. Tonight, the winds will calm down. Mostly clear, a few clouds out there, but then here comes a cold front tomorrow morning. By 7 a.m., it's already through over half of the Local 4 viewing area. Behind it, you've got some clouds and some snow showers over northwest Nebraska. For most of us, though, the big story is going to be the wind and the dropping temperatures. Look at those winds turn out of the north and northwest, and they will really strengthen tomorrow. Look at this. Let's take you through the morning as the cold front pushes through. North-northwest winds are going to get very strong. Some gusts could get as high as 40, maybe 45 miles per hour. A little bit of snow here and there. I'm not expecting a lot of snow with this, especially if anything's able to stick with the winds blowing the way they are. If it's able to stick, the warm ground anyway is going to make it tough for it to really stick without melting. But later in the day, again, those north winds are still strong. We could see a little bit of a small chance of some light snow in the Tri-Cities late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, but eventually it moves on out. The winds, they'll be strong in the evening, but they will continue to dive down Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning. This is going to be a very cold night, but then Wednesday is kind of the beginning of our next recovery to warmer temperatures. So not looking for much snow. This is a pretty minimal part of our forecast. Most of us, a trace to less than an inch of snowfall. Northwest Nebraska, maybe a little bit more than that. But some models are a little more aggressive with this. I'm just not expecting a whole lot out of this system. I am expecting a whole lot of wind, though, tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Let's take a look at temperatures for today first, though. Temperatures out there today warming up into the upper 60s and 70s. I think 80 is certainly achievable here over southeastern areas. Take a note of your location. Now we're going to look at some of the record highs for today. Certainly possible. I think Grand Island and Hastings have a really good chance of breaking a record. Lincoln, it's going to be close. I think there's a chance to break a record in Lincoln as well. Kearney's record today is 78. They don't keep track of official numbers. Now I'm going to go back to the highs again for today so you can see it one more time. So that's where my forecast is for today. Keep in mind, not all of these places keep track of high temperatures. Only about half of them do. So that's why you don't see numbers at every location there. All right, lows. And this is actually what your temperature will probably be like tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. 20s and 30s, low 40s. From there, temperatures are going to drop during the day tomorrow. Let's jump ahead. This is 6 p.m. tonight. Right here, okay? So let's see those dropping temperatures overnight. By tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., we're down into the 30s and 40s. Mild start to the morning, but watch how these temperatures just plunge and plunge. They may raise a little bit in southeastern areas, maybe low 50s around Hebron. But temperatures for most of us will drop as that colder air pushes in. By 3 p.m. tomorrow, we're down into the teens, 20s, 30s, and lower 40s. And that's not even factoring in the wind chill. The wind chill will make it feel a lot colder. Yes, we're not talking about bitterly cold Arctic air like we saw back in January, but this is a big change compared to what we have seen and what we'll see today. We're going from highs in the 70s to near 80 today to wind chills that could be down in the single digits by tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night could be down below zero in some cases. In fact, looking at lows for tomorrow night, we're down into the single digits and teens, but of course it's going to feel colder than that. Highs on Wednesday, not bad recovery considering where we're starting at. Highs back into the 40s and even some 50s by Wednesday afternoon, and it gets a lot better from there. We're back into the low 60s on Thursday, which we'll talk about here in just a bit. So again, you got the very warm, windy conditions today, extremely windy tomorrow, dropping temperatures. That high of 42 is before sunrise tomorrow. Small chance of some light snow. I don't think we'll see much with that. Sunshine returns Wednesday. It's going to be a little breezy, but not as windy. Highs back into the mid to upper 40s. Lower 60s possible on Thursday. And look at the lows will be warmer as well. Upper 60s to near 70 on the first day of March. The second and third day, we'll get above 70 degrees, back into the very warm category. Now, by Sunday evening or late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, there is a small chance of showers and thunderstorms, and that's because we have a cold front that's going to make its way through. We'll talk about that in just a bit here, but let's first look at the temperatures. As again, we get the big drop tomorrow. We rise back up here for the end of this week into the upcoming weekend, and then we drop off next week, although it doesn't look terribly cold right now, but we will see a drop in temperatures. Take a look at the temperature profile here these next 7 to 10 days here. This is the European forecast model. Again, very warm today. Getting much colder tomorrow. Look at that Arctic air spilling south, but then we warm right back up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Sunday right there, here comes that colder air, the next shot of cooler air. Not quite as bad as the really cold stuff stays to our north, but maybe warming up after that. We might warm up later next week again, so maybe that cold front or colder air doesn't last too long. There's today again from the GFS. There's the cold air for tomorrow. Warming back up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Here comes the next shot of cold air after a warm day Sunday. Here's the next shot of cool air. The really cold stuff staying just to our north. Then we start to warm back up a little bit, not super warm, but warmer. Let's take a look at some of the long-range models. Here's the European model when it comes to the precipitation and clouds. Again, there's the snow tomorrow. It's not much. Best chances in the north and northwest. That clears on out. We've got several sunny days in a row. Next chance of moisture comes with that cold front on Sunday. So Saturday we see temperatures soar. Sunday they really soar, and then there's that chance of rain and thunderstorms late in the day. Maybe some snow out west, though. It's a big cold front, similar to what we're seeing tomorrow morning. It's just the timing's a little bit different. Once that moves on out of here, we're going to start to warm back up a little bit middle of next week. Let's look at the GFS. Here comes the light snow tomorrow. It's not much. Moves on out. We're sunny for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, a few more clouds around, and here comes the cold front from the west and northwest, sparking some thunderstorms. Right now, eastern Nebraska, I think, does have the best chance of seeing thunderstorms. It'll all depend on the timing of this front, which will probably change between now and Sunday. So don't get too much into this forecast right now because it's hard to figure out the timing 6 days out. Might even see some snow already by Sunday night into Monday. So it's a fast drop in temperatures, but then we'll start to warm things back up after that. Maybe our next system sometime around mid to late next week here. We'll see. That's a long ways out yet. It's not going to get too worked up over that. But just when you focus on these next 7 days, tomorrow is certainly the worst of the 7-day forecast. Today and then this upcoming weekend are the best part of the 7-day forecast if you don't mind a little bit of wind. But even, Friday right there looks wonderful. If you have Friday plans, I know my relatives, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they are talking about going to the zoo in Omaha on Friday. That's a pretty good day right there to head to the zoo if you're talking 70 degrees, sunshine, and just a little breezy out there. So not a bad first day of March there. And a little more wind over the weekend, but not too bad. So, all right, well, I do have to let y'all go. I want to thank y'all for watching on this Monday morning. I'll see you all again on Tuesday with all the latest. Until then, take care, and God bless. Bye.